I'm here today with Dr. Corey Callandine. I've got a question for you. During this pandemic, how are you thinking or rethinking how you communicate with patients as kind of this part of their overall patient experience during the pandemic?
Well, thank you so much, MRS, as I like to refer to you with you. But yeah, so great question. I would say during the pandemic, everything has changed. Everything, except perhaps the most important things. We were talking just a few minutes ago about how I'm in the pain business. I'm trying to ease pain, and obviously some of that's physical pain. I'm an orthopedic guy, as you know, and do a lot of hip and knee replacements. But the reality is the most important things that affect a patient are no different during a pandemic or before. But how we communicate, boy, that's massively changed. When we started, it was a lot of telehealth, and I'm sure you were involved in that space. But not all my patients responded well to that. What I learned is those things that don't change, they want to know about me. They want to know who I am and what I stand for, but also where they are in the process. What's next for them? And so, what I have done during this time, this is the first pandemic I've been a part of, but what I have done during the time is really leverage some of these online platforms. Not sure LinkedIn, but Facebook has been great for my patients, and YouTube. You know what I've been able to do, and you talk about this a lot. I've been able to establish a trust or a connection with the patient before they get to me. That they don't want to go around to 3 and 4 physicians and figure out what the right fit is. I think they're learning a lot more before they get to me. So I'm trying to meet them where they are. What's different? What's different during the pandemic is everything except the most important things, which is that connection.
Yeah, I appreciate your response, and I promise this is not scripted. One of the things that I really admire about what you're doing, both on a peer-to-peer professional and on a personal, is you give us glimpses of you, the person, how you think or your point of view, even your process of here's how we're figuring out how to communicate better or more efficiently with patients. And then, of course, there's a procedural aspect to what you do as an orthopedic surgeon. And what I think is helpful for other surgeons listening to us is that you don't have to feel the pressure of being one dimensional. You have the opportunity to talk about a lot of things that are interesting, that are still patient centric, still compliant and creative to your professional association as a doctor. And so I think you do a great job with that. One last question for you. What advice would you give for a fellow orthopedic surgeon that maybe is on the fence post about using the professional water cooler that we know as LinkedIn? What advice do you have for them that might make them curious to engage or at least both learn and teach on LinkedIn?
Well, I think I can just tell you what my experience has been. It's been so valuable for me, and you're not the first one to say, Corey, you're giving us glimpses of different angles of what you do and why you do it. It's probably honestly because I'm not smart enough to have a strategy, but I hope what comes across is just a genuine love, not only for what I do, but really for the patient. Like what I get exposed to. You challenged us on LinkedIn, by the way, several months ago to tell a story that kind of explained why you do what you do, and I picked one where a buddy of mine was playing college baseball at the time. And he was relaying the story years later, but college baseball, and he was having a horrible game. Maybe relevant to your listeners because obviously the World Series is going on. He was having a horrible game, and the coach ran out to him on the mound and just wore him out. And at no surprise to any of us, that game didn't get better, and and he was telling the story as if to say how mean this guy was to me. But what I found from the story was if you want to make an impact in people's life, you meet them during their time of pain. And it's such a blessing for me that that's my job, Matthew. Like that's what I'm
Hmm.
supposed to, is to be able to make an impact on people when they're on the mound, when they're in pain. Now it's up to me or you to meet those people on the mound with authenticity and what they got. So no great strategy here. If I had you on my team, maybe I'd have a better one. But the
Hey,
reality is all I
I'm on
got.
your team. I'm on your team. You had me at savoring life to the bone.
Well, it's something that really has encapsulated a lot of things for me. It's that sure love of what I do, but man, I'm obsessed about my kids, and I have an amazing wife. And my goodness, like in between clinic sessions, I get to talk to MRS. This is amazing. Um, much for taking time with me.
Hey, I'm so grateful that you took time out of your busy schedule. Honestly, this is not contrived. I love what you're doing on LinkedIn. I like how you're sharing glimpses of who you are and who you're becoming. And I think that's why it resonates so much with fellow surgeons and even patients who are choosing doctors instead of practices. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, and you've certainly guided me through the pandemic in many ways. So I appreciate what you do. Thanks.